So now, according to Disney, Obi-Wan Kenobi, out of nowhere, is now bisexual. What's up, all my Ewoks, Tribbles, Droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about this new news that Disney just dropped about Obi-Wan Kenobi's sexuality. If you guys are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Anna. I am That Star Wars Girl. I've been a huge Star Wars fan my entire life. And, you know, if you guys haven't already, maybe take a minute, smash that subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications. Make sure that the bell is set to all. That way you actually get notifications when I do videos and live streams. Because one of the things that I do here on my channel is I provide commentary on things that I have been involved with and obsessed with. And it's just in my blood and, you know, to my very heart and soul is like things that I love, like Star Wars. And I kind of talk about what has been going on with it and how Disney has been bastardizing this IP that they spent $4.5 billion on. Instead of trying to build upon that, they have been trying to break down every little bit and piece of George Lucas's legacy. So today we are going to be talking about what they are doing with Obi-Wan Kenobi. And take in mind, I've already done a video on this. I'm not sure if it will be out yet at the time of this video, but a lot of the things that they like to do now is to push sexuality in children's content. Lovely, isn't it? So just to give you guys a backstory on what I'm talking about, here is some tidbits from the book. I'm going to do a dramatic reading now. Oh, I know. Obi-Wan smiled at the warning, touched that Kazul didn't want Obi-Wan getting his hopes up. Can't form attachments like that anyway. Couldn't he, though, if he didn't go back? Was that something he would even want? It had always been so forbidden. Even thinking about it was like holding his hand right next to a lightsaber blade. He knew some of his friends had dabbled in physical relationships. Suspected Siri would have been open to it had he even wanted to, but it had always seemed like an obstacle, not a temptation. And besides, Obi-Wan said, rushing to change the subject for him more than anyone, I would never want to be in a relationship with a leader, too close to politicians or royalty. I'm sure if I ever fell in love, it would be with someone calm, peaceful, easy to get along with. So you want someone who doesn't challenge you? Obi-Wan laughed, then shrugged. I don't know what I want, if we're being honest. Kazul mirrored his shrug. Not many choices around here. I don't think love is in my future either, and I'm fine with that. As long as I have the power to keep my family safe, that's enough for me. Though I will admit, I've been curious about kissing and why Aju and Zabri enjoy it so much. So if you're ever curious too, let me know. Obi-Wan blushed. I will let you know, I mean. Not that I will do that right now with you or anyone would he ever get to the point where kissing someone felt like anything less than betrayal of himself and the Jedi? And if he did get to the point, who would he want to kiss? The Lazarians were confident and charismatic, which was attractive, but he couldn't imagine just kissing any of them. Maybe he didn't want to be with any of them, rather to be more like each of them. Or maybe he wanted to kiss all of them, not Mim, though, because he had feelings that would upset her very much. He wasn't going to kiss any of them regardless. Everything Lenra seemed simple and felt impossibly complicated, and that would doubtlessly make it all worse. When can we start this harvest? Obi-Wan shouted. Now, this is a kid's book. Remember that. And remember, anytime you try to criticize Disney in any way, shape, or form, heck, even Marvel, I mean, Marvel's Disney, but anytime you try to criticize this and say, hey, this doesn't really seem like an Obi-Wan Kenobi story. Also, this doesn't really seem like a Star Wars story. People are going to go watch or read Star Wars for the adventure, right? I mean, come on, it's a hero's journey. It's Jedi. It's, you know, learning how to not do this shit, right? Like, I don't want to pick up a Star Wars book and explore sexuality, right? That's not what I would expect as a lifelong Star Wars fan. Heck, as a girl, they always try to market it, oh, the Force is female. I'm sorry, as a girl, I don't even want to read this shit. Like, and if you guys do want more like adultish stories, I mean, you can go and read the Thrawn trilogy or the Thrawn duology. You can go read Courtship for Princess Leia, where they do, show love and what that's like, but not on a sexual level. I mean, just even like when Luke realizes that he loves Mara, it's not in the sexual manner, it's in the appreciation of the person, which I think is a much more valuable lesson to kids and young adults than it is to just only see people as sexual objects. I think that's fucking wrong, but I mean, that's all that Disney cares about, and it's all that the people working for them seem to care about now. And it's like, are you fuckers like not getting laid? And at the same time, why are you so obsessed with sex and inserting it into everything? There are different forms of ways of expressing love that have nothing to do with sex, and you would think that the people writing it would be knowledgeable enough in life to understand that, but apparently not. Now, again, as somebody who has been a fan of Star Wars my entire life, I felt the need to make this statement, which of course, already people are losing their minds. And if you guys are familiar with my channel, you know how me just saying a sentence, sometimes just saying 2 words, sometimes just saying 1 word makes the crazies on Twitter But I said 1 sentence, which is a fact. Obi-Wan Kenobi is straight. And what I think is just absolutely baffling is that the demented people online find this offensive. They don't understand that taking a character that's already been established for decades and changing, a fundamental personality trait about them to make them conform to their own ideas and standards. Well, I'm sorry, but people are going to push back on that. Could you imagine if somebody took a gay character and made them straight? Twitter would lose their absolute mind, but it's okay when they flip it, right? It's okay for them to take an established straight character and make them gay, bisexual, asexual, any letter of the alphabet, right? Except for the S one, except for the straight one. That one's bad. Now, I personally see this as a pathetic cop-out. Like, why don't you just make a bisexual character and make them likable and, make a new character? Why do you have to just use sexuality as basically, or a person of the LGBTQ plus community and just make them into a prop? I don't like that. I think that's extremely disrespectful, and it kind of baffles me that people don't see it that way. It's like, oh no, we just need to make everyone, this, we need to change them. It's like, well, why don't you just make new ones? Like that is what really baffles me, because if it was a gay character initially, or a bisexual character, or asexual character, and then they, made them straight, there would be a huge uproar on Twitter. They'd be trying to cancel them harder than they tried canceling Gina Carano, right? But because it's straight to LGBTQ plus, then it's okay. And if you don't see the problem with that, I mean, like, come on. This isn't rocket science, guys. And for those that didn't watch the Clone Wars, let me show you how we all know Obi-Wan Kenobi is straight. Well, we have the entire love and story arc of the Mandalore, the beginning of the Siege of Mandalore, and Obi-Wan's love story with the ruler of Mandalore, Satine. Yes, that is a play on Moulin Rouge, for those that do not know, because Ewan McGregor was in a movie called Moulin Rouge with Nicole Kidman, and he, is in love with this woman, and she dies tragically, which is exactly what happens in the Clone Wars. Spoiler alert. So this is a really great story arc and the dynamic between him and Anakin, because it shows the parallels in their life. Anakin was in love with Padme, right? A politician. And, Anakin and Padme decided to, explore that love for each other, but they did it in secret and whatnot. Whereas Obi-Wan, he was going to leave the Jedi. He was going to leave it all, but him and Satine, they felt too much of, a duty to, their obligations, like him being a Jedi and her being the future ruler of Mandalore. And so they had to put aside their feelings, because they knew that, overall, they had to do it for the greater good of, for him with the Force and her for her people. And so it shows the difference in, well, 1, maturity, but 2, also sacrifice, right? Anakin gave in to his desires, and which eventually was, used to manipulate him to turn to the dark side, whereas Obi-Wan didn't, and Obi-Wan never goes to the dark side, as you guys can see in, this little meme thing that's up here on the screen. So this whole Obi-Wan wanted to explore his sexuality. Again, like I said earlier in this video, if you really want to put love in a book and have love be, the point or that arc or that some kind of relatability for the reader, there's ways to do it without having to bring sex into it. Again, they did it with Luke and Mara Jade. They did it with Han Solo and Princess Leia. Han Solo and Princess Leia's love grew on mutual respect and admiration for each other. Luke, it takes place over a decade in the freaking books, but as he finally, realizes that he's been in love with Mara all these years. And again, it's built on trust, mutual respect, and admiration for each other. Obi-Wan already had a love arc. And I think it was freaking great, and it's absolutely tragic. But that shows you what kind of person Obi-Wan Kenobi is he's the person that will sacrifice his own desires, his own feelings for the greater good. Heck, and look at how that plays in with him and Anakin. In Revenge of the Sith, I must do what I must. You are my brother, Anakin. I loved you. It broke his heart to have to fight Anakin. It broke his heart to have to hurt Anakin, to be the one to hurt Anakin and to leave Anakin there on Mustafar. So just throwing in this random little thing, we need an LGBTQ plus character, so let's use, some sexuality as a prop and a tool to manipulate people into buying product instead of just creating another character and diminishing, aspects of a character that, made him respectable and made him who he was. Could you imagine them for example, for them doing a movie about Harvey Milk and making him straight? Do you know the uproar? Do you know how disrespectful that would be to him? Heck, even with Freddie Mercury, even aspects of David Bowie, you're taking away those aspects of those men. Why would you change things about these people? And yeah, I've seen people going, he's a fictional character, and it's well, then why are you reading about it, huh? You obviously care enough to, go scream and throw a tantrum about it, but you're giving me shit for it. I think that if you are going to do something like that, you shouldn't use sexuality as a prop to hide behind or to manipulate people, and you should respect the characters just the way that they are. I think it's bullshit. But anyways, everyone, I just wanted to talk about this. I've gotten a lot of people asking me my opinion and my 2 cents on this. So let me know what you guys think about all of this down in the comment section below. If you guys like this video, please smash the like button. If you didn't, that's okay too. Thank you so much for watching this far through. And until next time, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. And may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone. Well, everyone, I hope you all enjoyed my extremely drunk review of the movie Dune. I also have another review that's a little bit more in depth. If you guys would like to check it out, it will be linked down in the description of this video. But that drunk stream came about from me promoting my previous Indiegogo campaign, and that campaign ended. Thank you so much for all of the success. And because it was so successful, I have launched another campaign. So this campaign has been up for a while now. There's only 12 days left on the first 30-day cycle. This is the cosplay calendar gamer edition. So a lot of the characters that people requested from the previous calendar, a lot of them were video game characters. So I just decided to do a whole collection of video game characters for this calendar. Now the link for this is down in the description if you guys want to go check it out and support my channel further. Also, make sure if you guys haven't already to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button and ring that bell for notifications. That way you guys never miss me doing a live stream where I do a live, extremely drunk review of a movie. But anyways, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Go check out my new Indiegogo campaign if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone.
Also, guys, I have a Twitch channel where I play video games like Elden Ring and KOTOR, as well as an Instagram where I post photos from my recent cosplay escapades. If you guys aren't following me on either of those, go do so now. The link is in the description of this video. And just in case if you guys are interested in my art, I have an art Instagram as well where I post all of the time-lapse videos from my recent project, the Eye project, as well as other projects that I've worked on if you scroll down further. And if you're interested in purchasing some prints of my art or stickers or bookmarks and stuff like that, any kind of merchandise that I make based on the stuff that I paint, you guys can go over to my Etsy. It's the Art of Anna TSWG. Everything again that I've showed you will be linked down below in the description of this video. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.